It was a dream fueled by both ambition and necessity. In the early 2000s, India was making remarkable progress in space technology, but it had never sent a mission to the moon. Chandrayaan-1 was conceptualized as a symbol of India's scientific prowess and technological capability. The mission wasn't just about exploring the moon. It was about placing India on the global map as a spacefaring nation. Under the leadership of ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization, the vision was clear. India would send its first spacecraft to the moon. With a budget much smaller than the space agencies of the United States or Russia, ISRO had to rely on innovation, frugality, and clever engineering. The technical hurdles were massive, but the desire to showcase India's capabilities on the world stage was even greater. In 2003, the groundwork for Chandrayaan was laid, and the mission's primary objective was clear: to gather information about the moon's mineral composition and to search for water, something no mission had definitively confirmed yet. On October 22, 2008, Chandrayaan-1 was launched. It wasn't just a spacecraft. It was India's leap into the stars. The world's eyes were now on ISRO, a country that had previously been known more for its groundbreaking satellite launches than deep space exploration. The mission wasn't without its challenges. The spacecraft's trajectory was set to ensure that it would orbit the moon, capturing detailed images and collecting data. But the technological hurdles were immense, many of which had never been tackled by an agency of ISRO size and budget. The first major challenge came in the form of the launch vehicle. India used its PSLV, Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle, which was reliable, but sending a spacecraft beyond Earth's orbit had never been easy. But against all odds, the PSLV successfully launched the spacecraft into space, and Chandrayaan-1 began its journey to the moon. While Chandrayaan-1 was still traveling toward the moon, another struggle emerged. Could ISRO's instrument perform the way they were meant to? The spacecraft carried several scientific instruments, including a moon impact probe and an X-ray spectrometer, designed to collect lunar surface data. But it was the discovery of water molecules on the moon that would change the game. The M3 Moon Mineralogy Mapper, an instrument aboard the spacecraft, confirmed water molecules on the lunar surface. This was a groundbreaking discovery. It wasn't just a triumph for India. It was a breakthrough for lunar science. For decades, scientists had debated the possibility of water on the moon. But now, India had made the first concrete discovery. Despite the discovery, the mission faced many struggles. Communications with the spacecraft were not always stable, and maintaining instruments in the extreme environment of space was a challenge. Yet, the mission continued to deliver valuable scientific data. In August 2009, just before the mission was set to end, ISRO faced a major setback. The Chandrayaan-1 spacecraft lost communication with ground control. The mission had been a huge success up until that point, but the loss of contact marked an emotional moment for ISRO. The team worked tirelessly to try to reestablish communication, but the moon mission had reached its natural end. Despite the loss, ISRO scientists were able to extract significant data before the shutdown, and the discoveries made by Chandrayaan-1 went on to shape future lunar exploration. For ISRO, this was a bittersweet victory. The spacecraft had fulfilled its mission, but the loss of communication meant that many planned experiments were left incomplete. Still, the discoveries made by Chandrayaan-1 were critical for advancing lunar exploration, and the world began to take India seriously as a space power. Chandrayaan-2 was conceived as a more ambitious mission than its predecessor. Launched on July 22, 2019, it aimed to land a spacecraft on the moon's south pole, an area that had never been explored before. It wasn't just about orbiting. It was about landing, collecting samples, and understanding the lunar surface in unprecedented detail. But the mission had its challenges right from the start. Chandrayaan-2 faced a larger-than-expected task. For one, landing on the moon's surface, especially on the unexplored South Pole, was no small feat. The area is filled with craters, cliffs, and valleys. Extremely difficult terrain to land on. Additionally, the mission required unprecedented precision in navigating and controlling the spacecraft, and the pressure to succeed was intense. On September 6, 2019, the Vikram lander detached from the orbiter and began its descent toward the lunar surface. The world watched, holding its breath, as Vikram's final moments played out. The lander's primary mission was to carry out scientific experiments and deploy the Pragyan rover to the surface. However, just moments before the landing, communication was lost. The Vikram lander, unable to complete its soft landing maneuver, crashed into the lunar surface. It was a heartbreaking moment for ISRO, but the mission wasn't entirely a failure. The orbiter, which remained in lunar orbit, continued to operate and send back vital data. The crash of the Vikram lander was a moment of collective disappointment, but it didn't overshadow the successes of Chandrayaan-2. The orbiter's continued success in sending data to Earth provided valuable insights into the moon's surface, and the entire team rallied around the achievements. While Chandrayaan-2 may not have fully achieved its goal of a soft landing, the mission still held immense value. ISRO proved its capacity for interplanetary missions and inspired a new generation of scientists, engineers, and dreamers in India and around the world. The discoveries made by the orbiter provided valuable insights into the moon's surface composition, water distribution, and the presence of minerals. Looking ahead, India's space program has set its sights on even greater goals. Chandrayaan-3, which focuses on landing a spacecraft safely on the moon's surface, is already in development, and ISRO's future lunar exploration missions are set to continue the work started by Chandrayaan-1 and Chandrayaan-2. The journey of the Chandrayaan missions represents more than just India's lunar exploration ambitions. It's a symbol of resilience, learning from failure, and the relentless pursuit of scientific discovery. With each step, ISRO is proving that no challenge is too great for India to overcome in its quest to explore the cosmos. Final thoughts. The Chandrayaan missions are a testament to India's growing space exploration capabilities. From discovering water on the moon to developing a reliable lunar orbiter, the journey is one of innovation, determination, and overcoming setbacks. ISRO's future missions will continue to inspire and contribute to our understanding of the moon, paving the way for further exploration and potential human missions. Let me know if you'd like to add any specific details, tweak parts of the story, or expand on certain aspects.